Welcome to RektorWhatever. You're here listening to your host, Don't Forget Sauce, here to give you the behind the scenes access to DeFi and Web3. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 2 of RektorWhatever, Be Selfish. Now, I feel like being selfish is such an important part in the DeFi and Web3 space. And once you learn to be so, I feel like you'll be way more successful. And by being selfish, I mean no one is entitled to your time. No one is entitled to tell you what you can do. And why I say this is sometimes we make the mistake in joining communities of projects or tokens thinking that, wow, I found such an amazing community. I found so many amazing people and I kind of want to help it grow. And sometimes when you do that, you get lost in thinking that it's a community endeavor, you're here together, and no one's going to fall apart, everything's staying, and everything's going to be good. But then, the more you're a part of communities, the more you see that it's kind of a false sense of unity. And communities are good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes there are people that are a part of communities that are so toxic where they attack people. They tell people what they can and cannot do with their time. They tell people who they can and cannot associate with. And it's pretty hilarious because last time I checked, we're grown adults. No one can tell you what you can do with and without your investment. No one tells you when you have to shill and when you don't shill things. And the hilarious part is sometimes I notice some of these devs that are entitled to tell their communities what they can and cannot do. Excuse me, the only thing you can and can do, Sir Dev, is work on your project and not be a dictator, because that's not why we're here in this DeFi and Web3 space. And being selfish is important as well when you invest in something in this space. And I'm not saying be selfish in a sense to enter things and ruin projects. I'm talking about learning a healthy profit-taking strategy and also remembering why you decided to invest within the DeFi and Web3 space. And that was ultimately to better your life. Don't think that joining these communities, everybody's thinking about you. Everyone is thinking about themselves and when they can take their profits and what serves them. Yes, you're going to see the guise of a great community. You're going to think, wow, this is something that's great and I'm going to stick to it forever. Don't do that. Be selfish and always remember why you're here to invest and why you've chosen to better yourself and enter this space. Profit can be made, but don't forget why you decided to come here. Don't make fake friends and thinking that they're not going to use you as exit liquidity, because everybody in this space has their own intentions and you can't read their mind. So be selfish in the fact that you cannot read these people's minds. And also remember, it is not up to anybody but yourself to have accountability in knowing when you should or shouldn't take profits. Do not blame others because you decided to hold on forever. You yourself made that choice that you were going to hold on to your investment or whatever you decided to. So, if you're not selfish in every circumstance in trying to continue to better your life and remembering why you decided to enter this space, yourself is the only one to blame. And your time ultimately is important. So if you've decided to enter these communities and you decide to host spaces or do certain things to build communities, remember, you were the one that chose to do that. You were the one that chose to put hours and hours into building something only for it to, in a sense, sometimes backfire on you. So I'm not saying don't take part in things, but learn when and when not to detach yourself. From all of this, I hope you gather what I'm meaning when I say be selfish. And what I mean is that only you will know what is best for your individual life. And I hope that whenever you navigate this space and you're able to figure it out, you help others from not getting wrecked, and we move on, because it's whatever, and we don't have to always have a chip on our shoulder and kind of harbor hate for our circumstances in life, because it's about forgiveness and it's about forgetting and it's about moving on and mass adoption.